So today, I want to say is probably the beginning of my car season. All the trips, the crazy stuff we're going to do this year all starts today. So from here, for the next 2 months, pretty much non-stop, we're going to be on trips to the US, to Europe, to Montreal, to a bunch of different things. Starting today, we are heading towards Atlanta and Tennessee to do some crazy stuff. If you guys watch a lot of other car YouTubers, you can probably assume what's involved in Atlanta, but from there we have so much more going on. So if you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe, because pretty much right after this trip, which we are actually driving the GT4 on, we're going to go to Europe and do so much more stuff. I think this is probably going to be the most insane 2 months I've ever had on this channel, just non-stop videos traveling all around the world, so please follow along. So right now we are at a random en route on the way to the border to cross into Detroit, where we're going to be picking up Jason, YYZ Curator. He's coming on a flight from LA today into Detroit, and from there he's going to be coming along on this trip. I mean, this is going to be crazy. I don't even know how long we're going to go for. I think probably back in about a week and a half, and then a few days later we're off to Europe, where, you know, we're going to go to Monaco, we're going to go to Germany, Italy, like you name it, we're going to do it. So guys, I am so excited for this kind of 2 months coming up. I've been waiting for so long. I hope you guys will enjoy the video and all the videos coming after it. I mean, I'm expecting probably 20 videos in the next month. So please, I would really appreciate it if you guys can subscribe. But right now, we got to start our road trip. So we are at the Detroit airport. It's pretty packed here. The car ate some bugs on the way here. Are we going to clean it up? Probably not. But, you know, nice decoration. Bugs from every state. But Jason has just arrived, because this guy does not stay local, straight from LA, now to Detroit, to Atlanta, to Nashville, to everything.
Flights are cheaper, actually.
Yeah, he's got to save money, you know.
And express time.
Okay, so it's currently next day. We picked up Jason yesterday. You guys saw us in Detroit. Right now we're in Ohio. I don't even know where, but we found a plane. Sorry for the wind noise, but
We're in Ohio.
pretty cool. Ohio. So what's a fun fact about Ohio?
Did you know that Ohio is brown on the side and high in the middle? Like that ball?
It took me a weird amount of time to understand that, but...
Yeah, it's Ohio. Ohio.
We are in Ohio in the middle of a pretty bad storm right now. I can't really see much. You can actually see more of the camera than you can actually see. But yeah, this is pretty bad. I don't know why every time we do a US road trip, we somehow get stuck in rain. But guys, I know we're doing a few things right now. Tomorrow night, I think we're shooting a hypercar that I don't think we've shot before. And then after that, we are going to do something very cool that I've been dreaming about for probably 8 years at this point. Make sure to stay tuned to this video, because we're going to do something pretty awesome. Honestly, it's probably in the title. But right now, we got to fight through this rainstorm, because I literally cannot see anything.
Oh my god.
No.
That is failing.
No. Oh my god. Where's an underpass when you need one?
Oh, we're cooked. Bro. Oh, people pulled over. Oh my god.
Oh my god, we're getting hit with hail. Oh, I hear. Oh, do you guys hear that?
Yeah,
There's just
that's not
hail
rain. That's
hitting the car.
ice.
I really hope we're not gonna have any dents. We have some PPF, but not all of it. This could be pretty problematic. Oh my god. What? I really hope the car is not gonna be completely dented. This is one of the worst storms I've ever seen. The highways, I won't be surprised if the highway comes to a stop. This is insane. Holy crap. So we have just arrived in Atlanta, and we are waiting for a hypercar that's definitely not your normal hypercar. Something with like 2,000 horsepower, I believe. We're gonna shoot it right here at these charging stations. That gives you a bit of a clue. But the car should be here shortly, but we're in Atlanta now, and all the fun is about to begin. And here it is. It's a Pininfarina Battista in this blue. Honestly, I didn't even know what spec we're waiting for, but this is pretty sick. 2,000 horsepower. And like I said, pretty appropriate to be at a charging station. Man, the color on this thing is crazy. It looks really good with the silver wheels as well. I'm happy they didn't do like black wheels or something. But again, yeah, electric hypercar, which different than what you're used to seeing, but I guess this is the future with charging stations, but at least the lights are cool. Okay, so now the spoiler should be going up. Oh no, the car is going up. The car is going up. So now it's a Pininfarina Battista. But yeah, pretty good looking car though. I mean, Pininfarina, you can't really expect anything different. Okay, now I think we got the wing. The wing's rising. And the electric car has an active valve exhaust, so you know it just got louder. But yeah, wings going up, race mode. Pretty cool. Kind of like an air brake. And there it goes. With a weird amount of sound for an electric car. Guys, welcome to Merit Partners. This is probably the craziest showroom full of cars that is in Atlanta. I mean, literally, if you're a Porsche lover, you got anything for you. Ford GTs, Ferraris, absolutely everything is here. Every single car here is so special. So I'm gonna start and let's go look through pretty much all of them because honestly, I can't really believe what I'm looking at. So to start off, we got this pair of 993 turbos. We got a yellow and a red ketchup mustard. Pretty crazy, next to a 430 Scuderia in black. But, you know, a lot more exclusive than the Scuderia. I know Scuderia is an extremely cool car. We got an F12 TDF. The silver looks so good. I think we've seen this car actually a few times. Then pretty simple, but again, I think I will probably one day buy one of these, a Ferrari 458 Spyder, and I think I will go with white. Then on the other side, we have a 718 Spyder RS and a black GT3 RS 4.0. I think 40 or so black 4.0s were made, but I'm not too sure. Then we're very familiar with these. We got the gray black 3.8 Carrera RS and then the Pininfarina Battista as well in this blue. And then one of quite a few Carrera GTs that are here and that we're going to see this coming weekend next to a 360 Challenge Stradale. This GT3 Touring, this blue looks incredible with the silver wheels and of course a 911 ST, kind of the top dog in the 992 lineup. The 4.0 here, one of many 4.0s as you can kind of see. And then this is a 996 GT3. These seats are, I think the European seats, these bucket seats are the biggest bucket seats I've ever seen in my life. Then just a regular Carrera GTS and a GT4 next to a 911R. This thing I want to drive so badly. One of the only modern 911s that I've never driven. I think this might be the best one out of those as well. You disagree? What do you think is the best one?
997.1 GT3 RS.
Okay, yeah. No bias here. Definitely not from an owner. Have you driven an R?
I have.
You've driven an R?
I have, right here.
Really? And you think the...
It sounds like an air-cooled. It sounds a lot like a 993 air-cooled, non-turbo.
But you think the .1997 drives better?
Yeah.
Interesting.
This one's still too comfortable, but it's nice. It's nice, but it's still too comfortable.
Interesting. Hopefully I'll get to try one at some point. Then orange GT4 RS and a GT4 Cup car or a Club Sport or whatever. Don't really know race cars. What is this? Is that Club Sport? The GT4. Race car, whatever, not road legal. Then we have Larry's GT4 next to this black 911R that looks like it gets properly enjoyed. And a ton of storage up top. A Ferrari F8 next to a GT3 Touring in purple with comfort seats. And a 765 LT Spyder. Now this is like a very metallic silver on this car. It looks very, very good. Then we got a 997 GT3. And again, talk about 4.0s. More 4.0s right here. We got two white ones, one with silver wheels, one with black wheels, which is pretty cool because most of them actually come with the white wheels. So a pretty cool duo, both with the buckets. And next to that, of course, like I said, there's another Carrera GT and Ford GT Heritage, which is a very rare car. But the coolest thing about this one is that there's another one across. Now, this is not any Ford GT Heritage. This one was actually owned by Wayne Gretzky, the greatest hockey player of all time. You can tell by the number 99. And yeah, white wheels and another 4.0. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and more over there. I think there's like 9 4.0s here or 8 4.0s here. Gray black 918 with these stripes as well. This car, I think we've seen at a few different events. And here we got a nice little trio of black 4.0s. That's 4 black 4.0s that are just over here. I mean, I don't think you can find anything like this anywhere else in the world. And another 3.8 white with the red decals. Of course, GT2 RS. This is one of my favorite cars. 620 horsepower, absolute widowmaker. Car weighs nothing, manual, just completely raw. One of the last really raw cars made by Porsche. And then a black Carrera GT. Another 993 turbo. I believe this one is an S. And we have a 458 right here as well. And two blue 992 GT3 RSs. Very, very nice to see. Kind of, I think they're different blues. Yeah, there are different blues, but again, two of them right here and another Turbo S over here. So that was all kind of the back warehouse. Here we have a US spec Ferrari F40, and right here we have a black McLaren P1 and a 918 Spyder. Now the cool thing about this McLaren P1 is back in the day, we saw this car in Monterey and it had a middle finger sticker right here on the back of the wing, which was pretty badass to see on a car like a McLaren P1. But yeah, and then also the YSAC 918. Welcome to Atlanta. In front of us we have Larry and his paint to sample GT4. I think it's the first and only time we're ever gonna get our GT4s together, because we usually meet up at different parts of the country, or even, you know, Europe soon, most likely. But we are following him over to Ed Bolian's house to go on VinWiki, which is something extremely exciting for me. I've wanted to do that since they pretty much started the channel, and today it happens. I am so excited. We're also gonna go get to see all of Ed's cars. Honestly, this is gonna be a pretty serious day. So this might look a little familiar. He might look a little familiar. We're with Ed Bolian. We just did some VinWiki stories.
You did great.
Thank you, thank you. I've been wanting to do this quite a while. I think I told you every time I met you that, like, since you started, I've been watching this, so this has been crazy to be here.
That's so cool. Well, you told great stories, and I'm glad to have you. Sounds like y'all are going to have a fun week in Atlanta.
I hope so, I hope so. And then I think we can go downstairs, take a look at some cars.
Yeah, come see them.
So this is behind the scenes of where people tell stories. And we walk straight into the garage. Now, I think this is the one you've had the longest now, right?
Yeah, I had this one about 6 years. It is the highest mileage manual LP640 in the world. It really only about 60,000 miles. But
okay.
Originally a black car. I had it painted Verde Draco because when I got it, it was very, very rough. Then about 3 years ago, I got its sibling over here, one of 10 US manual LP640 Roadsters. This one's been in 3 accidents, and most of it's spray painted. Underneath this is just matte black vinyl. It was originally a Nero Nemesis car that was ordered by Ralph Lauren. He did not take delivery. It was bought by a scam artist and cabinet maker in New Jersey and driven like it was a basic Honda Accord. I love them both. I also have a Diablo SV. There used to be a Yakuza car in Japan. It was a red and pearlescent white and rhinestone swirly pattern with LED lights everywhere and things of that nature. And yeah, a 2009 Spyker C8 Laviolette. So
yeah.
Lots of fun things. The Bugatti is not here. It just literally 5 minutes ago loaded on a truck at Bugatti Broward after some servicing. It's been there since Moto, when I saw you last, and it'll be here later this evening. So glad to have it back, and that is the current fleet of supercars. There's obviously the Cannonball cars and things like that that live in a museum, and we're always having a good time.
Perfect. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Thanks for coming.
The thing I wanted to talk to you about is, me and you, I think, have kind of the same philosophy of wasting all our money on cars, if you want to say. But a lot of people kind of see it as, you know, you could have put that money into real estate, investments, whatever. I want to talk to you because you're probably the best person to talk to about this. That one, obviously the cars are going to go up in value, but I think another thing that people don't talk about is the opportunities the cars give you to meet people, to do certain things, and honestly the way you kind of perceive showing up to places or owning these types of cars. I just want to see the kind of your experience, if you think that has gotten you anywhere, if that's kind of gone a lot of your money's worth with these cars.
That's a great question. I mean, the networking opportunity that comes from the car community is obviously huge. And you've found different ways throughout your career to attach to that, whether it's through photography or through events and other things that you can add value there, whether it's through the dealership or other jobs. And that's the coolest thing about the car business, is that means so many different things. There's finance, there's manufacturer side, there's dealer side, there's detailing, there's services, other things that you can do to add value to that community. Owning the cars is a great gateway into those kinds of business opportunities. I mean, I've built so many relationships from doing rallies with other entrepreneurs that are in and out of the automotive business specifically. But I think you're right that it does just open so many doors. Now, of course, everything is made much more sustainable when you're buying cars that don't necessarily depreciate like a normal car might in the aggregate. I mean, you buy a Mercedes or a BMW or an Audi and some Porsches, and you're going to see at least 1 to 2% a month in depreciation, whereas when you buy the right ones that are a few years old and you maintain them the right way or buy them in bad enough condition and just turn them into okay condition, I have found that is the path to making the hobby so much more financially sustainable. It's it's one of those things where you want to make sure that the cars that you own aren't the reason you can't own the next one.
Yeah. And do you feel like people see you in a different way, or almost like, you feel like you get opportunities, people perceive you in a different way than, let's say, if you show up somewhere in a Mercedes C-Class or show up somewhere in a gated Murcielago, do you think the way people see you kind of opens up also different opportunities?
I think there's an element there, but whether it's buying a really expensive t-shirt or buying a really expensive car, if you're doing it for the way that you're perceived, then it's probably not exactly the right use of funds, right? Yeah. In those situations, you'll probably see a better ROI on something else, particularly since whatever enthusiast connection or whatever aura could be conveyed with having a really, really nice car could easily be conveyed by having a really clean, nicely kept E46 M3. The same person is going to feel the same way about you in that car as they would if you're in a $1 million gated LP640.
Yeah. And funny to say that the guy behind the camera has a, I don't know, clean might be a bit of a stretch, but it's a nice looking E46 M3.
It's driven.
It's driven.
That's the right way. I think the other thing you have to maintain is the right attitude about the way that you use the car. So many people are so particular about putting on miles or getting something dirty or getting something damaged, and that can create an anxiety that really changes the way that your enthusiasm for the hobby is going to be perceived by other people. And that's one of the things that I've always tried to avoid, is making sure that they're all driven, they're all hurt, they're all fixed, it all is just okay. And I think as we can keep it more that way, it's a healthier way to view the hobby.
Perfect. Well, thank you for having us. Honestly, this was an amazing opportunity, a dream come true, and I'll see you, I'm sure, at a ton more events, and I'll see you around.
Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by.